For me, it's when I'm playing with musical colleagues who I feel totally at ease to be able to play anything and know that everything will be all right. There's a quote I've got from a fantastic guitarist, a friend of mine, who she quoted him in my PhD, Stephen Magnuson, who said, "Once the music starts, everyone's responsible for everything." And I just love that moment, and when everyone's on that same plane, I guess, and it's almost like the music is playing itself, and we just sort of, just happen to be there. Yes, the new album was recorded at Pug House Studios in Thornbury in Melbourne. The drummer in the trio, Nick Haywood, is the owner of that studio, and he engineered and mastered and mixed the whole album. So it was Nick Haywood on drums, Colin Hopkins, the piano player, and myself. And the album was released by Jazz Head Records, which is an album label started by Joe Camilleri and Andrew Walker. I've been very fortunate in that regard, in that I've won multiple awards, I guess. Brian Ritchie likes to call me multi-award-winning Nick Haywood, which is very funny. And my previous album, the Nick Haywood Quartet album, 1, 2, 3, 4, was a recipient of the 2012 Bell Award, of the Australian Jazz Award, for the Best Australian Contemporary Jazz Album. In the same year, we also won an APRA Art Music Award for Excellence in Jazz. Last year, another Bell Award with the Alan Brown Quintet for the Best Australian Small Jazz Ensemble. Other things as well, nominated for ARIA Awards and so forth as well. That's all really nice. But the real highlight is just those moments when creating music that just takes you to a different place. And for me, that's always the highlight. Yeah. For me, it's really about the way that the musicians connect, interact, have a conversation, almost like being at someone's house for dinner and you have a really, really interesting dinner conversation. It can be a little bit like that. Yep. And if there are creative musicians in that moment, it can go anywhere and will always work. So, yeah. The Conservatorium it's really central to the cultural fibre of Tasmania, I think, in that there's only, as we all know, there's only one university in Tasmania, and so that's so important to the entire population. And within the Conservatorium, we have a lot of connection to community. There's been a lot of community-based programs that we run. Most of the music teachers within the school system in Tasmania have come through the Conservatorium, as have many of the people performing concerts and gigs around the place. And certainly just appreciation in that, like community members coming into the con for concerts, and also we occasionally travel around the state. I did a tour earlier this year right around Tasmania, and we did concerts in Hobart, Launceston, Ulverston, Stanley, Queenstown, and other places as well. And to see people within the community come out and have that connection to the con, and in turn UTAS, I think is a fantastic thing.